Welcome to Ultimate DIY, where you learn to be your own handyman, and today we're going to get to clean this cool Camaro with a new electric power washer. So if you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen the power washer that I use, and it's an extremely strong, aggressive power washer. He wants to wash his car and he'd like to have his own power washer. So we picked this power washer up on Amazon, and it's called a PowRyte power washer. I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can buy your own. Now what I'm going to do first is we're going to open up the box, see what's inside, and then I'm going to try to assemble it so we can see just how hard it is to actually assemble this unit. And then my son's going to come out and we're going to clean his car, and we're going to see how well it works. Now one thing to keep in mind, we did buy an aftermarket foam cannon, and the foam cannon takes your soap and it turns it into a foam and shoots it on whatever it is that you're trying to spray, like say your car. The one that comes with this unit is kind of small. It doesn't really hold much product, and I really don't like the way you have to keep taking it in and out. This unit will just clip into place like this, put it on, and it has an adjuster, so I can adjust the amount of foam that comes out. So a couple of the things that I'd like you to keep in mind though is when you start using these, this one is about 3,500 PSI, I believe. It's still pretty powerful. So you don't want to start your stream on whatever it is you're spraying, like your car. You're liable to take paint off or cause some kind of problem, or siding on a house for that matter. Always start it in the air and then work to what it is that you're trying to clean. If you get something on your hands, do not put your hands in front of this spray and try to clean it, because if you do, you are going to have a problem. It will cut you like a knife. Do not try to spray your feet off. Do not try to spray anyone else, horse playing and playing. You can hurt somebody really seriously. So be very careful when you're dealing with these, because they can be a bit dangerous. But other than that, it's not too difficult to clean something with a good power washer. It's no different than using a wand at a car wash, except now you have your own. But that being said, let's go ahead and get it unboxed, and then we will take a look at how well it actually cleans this car. I'll let my son clean it, and we'll just see how well he does with it. He's chomping at the bit to get to it now, so let's do it. So the very first thing you're going to do is cut open the box, which I've already done to make it easy. And when you open up the box, the one thing you're going to see in the top is going to be the instruction manual, which is going to tell you how to operate it and how to put it together. So be sure you don't lose that. So the first thing I see when I take off the cardboard is the little power cannon that they've got inside. They've got everything kind of crunched in here pretty good. Let's see if I can figure out how to get it out of here without tearing it up. There's part of your wand. There's another one. It looks like it's going to have a holder for the tips on the actual wand extension. And lots of little pieces that hold things here. Let's see if we can get... There's a few more little wand holders, it looks like. Let's see if we can get this out. We can kind of... So there's the actual unit. Nice looking. Do like the colors. Nice and compact, has wheels. And if you look inside of here, what's left, there's your hose. There's all your nozzles, different spray tips for depending on what you're doing, and it looks like the nozzle that hooks to your hose. This is going to be the actual handle that'll allow you to move it around. And a couple more. There's the end of your cannon, where it's going to fit inside and attach to your gun, probably from this side. We'll see how that actually goes together. And one more piece. So you make sure there's nothing else under the cardboard. It doesn't look like it. Looks empty. I'm going to go ahead and show you real quickly how to put this thing together. The very first thing that you're going to do is just simply take the handle and go to the front of the unit and slide it in. Just like that. It's really quick. And you do have some spots in here to put some screws. So it'll keep it from going anywhere. So you'll put 2 screws here. Okay, so the handle is nice and tight. So the next thing you're going to do is want to put the actual hose holder on. You would automatically assume it would face the back, but it doesn't. It has these little round knockouts in the front, and those will actually slide in. So this hose holder actually goes from the front, and you'll have another one in the back, so it'll loop over the machine. So you'll take it and slide those little notches in. Just like that right there. So now it's slid into those little round notches, and now you have 4 places to run some more screws inside of it. Now remember, this is plastic, so if you're using an impact gun, be really careful that you don't over torque it and break it. Just enough to make sure that it holds. All right, so we have the top on, we have the first holder on. Now the next thing I would like to do, this is going to be your hose holder, and the hose holder is going to go on this side here, and it just slides on, and you can see where the bottom is, where it's open, where it'll slide onto this little bracket. There's no screw involved here. You just push it all the way down until it clicks. That one's ready to go. The other one that you're going to do will be this one here, which will also hold part of your hose, or it's a lean-to type deal for the actual gun wand itself, and it clips on the same way. You just take it, slide it on, and it is now on. Now the next one that I have is going to be the actual holder for the hose. It goes around and it'll rest here, and it has a spot to be able to put the wand in as well. Now this one, actually, I've already got a screw started here. It's going to fit on these 2 at the bottom right here. All you're going to do is get it started like that. And put the other screw in. Once I get them all the way in, I'll go ahead and tighten down completely. That way I'm sure I'm not binding. All right, that one's good. Re-go over this one because that was a little loose. There it is. It's ready. Now you have 2 other little clips here, and these take a second to figure out, but it's higher on this side, lower on this side, so you're going up over this little edge. So you're going to take and put that on just like that. Just like that. And get this one started. Almost like you're really drilling these in for the first time. They're not really preset like the other screws on these last couple of little brackets. There we go. All right, so those are all in. So you have this one that holds a wand. You have this one which you can lean to or hold a hose. The very top one, I have 2 more here, and I have 1 under here. This part will not be put on when you get it. This is what you actually hook your hose to, and it has a little strainer or filter in it to make sure that you don't get things inside of your pump. So be sure you're using this at all times. Don't bypass it. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you've got to put your wand together. So the hose comes off in the package. Let's see if I can pull this loose so that you can see. You have a little rubber hose here, or a little rubber grommet, and that grommet, you may want to wet it a little bit so that it slides in easily, but all you're going to do is push that inside, and then you're going to tighten down the wand hose until it's nice and snug. So from this point, the other end is going to go into the front of the unit. So you have a little turn knob here, or actually a push knob, and you'll notice there's a spring inside. So when I push that back, the spring drops below, so your quick connect can now go inside. And this is your quick connect. So push it over. See if I can get behind it until you hear it click, and then let it go. And then make sure that it's locked, because when you turn it on, it's going to shoot water out if not. So now our wand is set up. You have two different attachments here. What comes with the kit, you're going to have two different nozzles. We bought another aftermarket one that has all four, and I'll show that to you in just a second. But how this sets up is it is going to go, that actually if you look inside, it looks like a little arrow. The arrow needs to go in till you feel at the bottom out, and then you twist it to lock it in place. Then you're going to take one of your tips, depending on which one you want. You're going to pull back your quick connect and place it in the spot. Make sure, there it is, now it clicked. Make sure that it's in there all the way, that it can't come out, and now you're ready to hook up a water hose, and you can actually use this unit. Now this has a safety mechanism here on the side, which is the little red lever, which will keep you, when you get it all the way up like that, it'll keep you from being able to accidentally pull this lever and hurt someone. Some of the things to keep in mind when you're using one of these units is never try to clean your hands off. It will literally cut you like a knife. Make sure you don't squirt your feet with it, and do not horseplay and squirt other people, because you can seriously hurt somebody. So that is the heavy duty spray. Now to get this to put in your cannon, which you're going to fill with soap, you're going to have to take this back out. So we take it, push it down, twist, pull out, and our cannon is going to go in basically just the same. Just like that. And now we can apply soap. So it works that simple. So what we've done also, this is a small cannon that comes with it. We have bought the larger foam cannon made by Tool Daily. And this cannon is pretty interesting. It comes with a couple of different accessories. For one, you not only have your green and red tip, but you have a couple of others as well. You have actually 3 others that you can use, and you can store those on your gun here. So we could open this up and put these, the ones that we don't have, which would be our white, yellow, and black, I believe. Actually, we have red already, so we have black. We can store that one, store a white one, and we can store the yellow one. And then save these two. Let's see, green, and we have red. Save these two for later, just as backups. So now you have that set up and ready. But you'll notice this cannon is a lot larger, but it's not going to work on that attachment. You're going to have to use a different attachment. This is a very heavy, nice attachment, and it's fully adjustable so that you can adjust the spray. So all you're going to do on this one, it's going to attach slightly different, which in my opinion is probably a little better. You're going to attach it like that. It has a quick connect. So we're going to take this off, push in, out. Now that one is off, and we're simply going to put our whole end back on like that. Take off the spray tip. Now I don't have an extra holder for the green one, so be careful you don't lose that. Take your new end and place it on, and make sure that it clips, because you go powered up, you're going to squirt stuff everywhere. So now I can take this and adjust my foam to what I want it to right here, and we can foam the car down. We can actually pull that back off, put our new tip back on, and we're ready to clean the car. So we're going to go ahead now and power everything up and let you see just how it works when we actually clean the car.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and be ready to put soap in here. So I'm gonna unscrew this. This says about 1 ounce for 1 gallon, so I'm just gonna pour a tiny bit up. That much seems okay. All right, now I'm gonna get this water hose. All right, so just screw it back on. Get that nice and snug.
Yeah. So one of the things we notice is if you do not tighten the back really tight, it's going to leak. So we've had to pull it back off and retighten again.
We learned the hard way.
Yes, you do. So now let's turn on the water again and we'll see if it's leaking.
All right.
You adjust your spray here. See what, all right, let's see what that does. So it doesn't look like much soap's coming out of there.
Not at
I'm
all.
wondering if you might want to put a little bit more soap solution in.
Yeah, probably. Put
Hold
some
on.
more for good measure.
Yeah.
All right, so we found a problem.
And what's that problem, Drake?
Our problem was we didn't have this in there.
Ah,
So it
it's
wasn't
supposed to be
getting
a straw. No
any
wonder.
soap.
Now we know why we are not getting a soap solution.
Cool. All right, so now just put that in there. Make sure to do it the first time. If I could put this thing on correctly.
So, pro tip, make sure that if it has a siphon hose in it, that the siphon hose is attached.
All right, so I made the mistake earlier, and this thing wasn't shooting as much foam as it should. So the top one controls pressure, and this one controls the spray. So if we want more of a straight shot like that, we'll turn it to the left. And turn it to the right. It gives it more of a wide shot. But right in the middle, which is about where I'll have it, it gives it more of that foam spray. Now if I want more foam, I'll add more soap. But for right now it works just fine. Now we have soap.
Yep.
Let me turn this on all the way.
There it goes. Now I see soap. Problem is, once those hoses get under pressure, they're a royal pain to straighten. So another pro tip is straighten your hoses before you start spraying so you don't put pressure in them. Now if you'll hold that hose up at the end and let it kind of just spin, it'll spin. I hope you turn power off, but just be very careful with the trigger. So what you do is take the hose, hold it up into the air, and let it spin.
Oh, well.
There you go, like that. And then now grab it right here, let them keep spinning, and what you're doing is you're taking that bend out. Well, you gotta do it a little more. There you go. Now take that end of it. Be very careful with that trigger again. All right, and now you've got it stretched out. Let's keep adding. All right, so we use the aftermarket cannon. We're going to go ahead and give the one that comes with the unit a try and see how it works. All you do is push it towards you and twist. Pull it towards you.
Oh.
There you go. All right, so you take the whole end off to put the original cannon on. Push it all the way in and twist.
lot better.
Yep, I like that one a whole lot better. So it looks like our issue is not enough soap probably in the other cannon. So the next time we use the other cannon, we're going to put a little more soap inside of it.
That also doesn't.
Seems a little stronger. Now we're white. Now I like that one a little better. Puts more out.
White sucks.
Going back to green.
I think green's the best one.
Well, there you go, guys. I hope you got something out of today's video. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. Be sure you hit that like button, leave me a comment, hit the little bell notification so you know about all the upcoming videos as I release them. I do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.